Uh-oh, we're going to be a couple minutes late. So let's get started. Feet are hip width apart. Arms are open wide. Inhale them up. Exhale them down. I'm going to move my chair just a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Opening up. Yesterday, I wouldn't have been able to do this because my arm was sore, but now I'm starting to get a little bit less pain. So I think I can do just about everything we did in class the other day. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And go ahead and do our little arm circles. If you want to get a little wider, go a little wider. Stay seated. And wider. If you have it in you, don't force a sore shoulder. And reverse direction, start small. Get bigger. Even bigger. And Maximus, if you have it in you. Oh, there's the link for those of you that are looking for the link in the comments. Carolyn just posted it for the recorded classes. Do the arm stretch. Arm stretch in the other direction. And let's do our head movements. So we are working cervical spine. Try to get that neck long, looking over your shoulder. Other side. Back to center, looking up. Looking down. And now we're going to look directly over our shoulder behind us. It's a different muscle. It feels like a little group of muscles that lets us do that movement. And then right down to our arm. And then other side, looking up over our shoulder. And back to center. Nice and tall. I think that's all we'll do on the neck. Let's do hip hinging. So we'll do 8. You can put your hands wherever you want, making sure you engage these muscles on the way up. They get long and they tighten to protect your lower back. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And when you're doing this, you're bending from the hip, right? You're not just tucking your head down. It's not this. It's bending from the hip with a straight back. And now we'll do the rowing. Add the rows for 8, 7, 6. If you want, you can transfer the weight to your feet as if you're going to stand up. You don't have to stand up, but that will give you a little bit more core work and leg strength. 3 and 2 and 1. Rest nice and tall. Does everyone remember our secret word from Wednesday? You can raise your hand or put it in the chat or just look what I'm doing, dorsiflexing. I thought of all of you that yesterday I was out jogging and I almost tripped because there was a little block of ice and I didn't dorsiflex enough to get over that block, so I hit it with a flat foot and I stumbled forward. Luckily I could recover, but so we need to be able to bring this toe towards our shin. That's what dorsiflexing is. We can go side to side. These are small muscles, but they can help keep us from getting a sprained ankle. And let's do the other side. How hard you want to pull that leg up is up to you. If you pull hard, you'll get a nice stretch and dorsiflex. Going the other way is called plantar flexion, if you like to accumulate medical terms. And I have Yalva out there now, so I have to be careful that I make sure I call the things what they are. She has some experience in that area. Circling in the other direction. Side to side. And back down. Now let's get some movement. Let's tap. Let's cross the midline. Crossing the midline is really helpful for our cognitive. Anytime we go across, the brain has to do a little bit extra. 5, 4, 3. And I'm tapping as I cross, I tap the opposite leg just for a little extra brain work. Last one. Other side. 8, 7, 6. What we're doing is getting extension of our knee, right? If we can. When we start getting knee issues, we lose the ability to extend that knee fully. 3, so do the best you can. 2, and last one, and rest. Let's do a few calf raises. I usually do these standing, but maybe we'll do them again standing. And you can also do the whole warm-up standing if you want a little bit extra. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go more dorsiflexion, right? This is the last time I'll talk about that. I think I'm beating it into the ground, but heels are on the ground and our toes come up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do some quick movements. Tap, 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 tap. Give yourself a mini massage at the same time. Anything that you can tap quickly with your hands, wherever you can reach, should feel good. Maybe the arms, maybe the shoulders. For 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go right into rocking the baby. Another shoulder mobility. 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Reaching back, lean forward. And static stretch of the leg would be, again, the heel, and then leaning forward. You can add the arm. I'll turn sideways so you can see it better. All right. And again, a straight back. We're not bending at the head so we can touch our toe. Touching the toe is not the goal. The goal is to just get a nice stretch all the way up in here. Other leg. Lean. And back. Let's grab some water and let's get out of our chairs. Where did I even bring water today? Where is it? There it is. So think of your water bottle as another piece of equipment. You should always have it. And we're going to go up and down 8 times. So again, and you can have your hands here to help stabilize if you want. Go forward, drive through the feet, bring the hips forward, and then go down with control. That's number 1. Number 2. I'll turn sideways. Things to avoid, if you can avoid doing this, you're going way forward, that would be a benefit. If you have to go that far forward, that just means that you're not quite as flexible in that area. 5, 6, 7, and notice, don't get the knees way forward, right? The knees are not way out here. I'll do one more for you. Stay up. We can review this too when we're standing. It's the same thing. Let's do maybe 4 of them. So the hips come back, and you can have your chair there, and you only need to go down as far as you can. I can go lower than I do, right? I can do this, but I don't because it's a little hard on my knees. So just go as low as you're comfortable going. Maybe it's only to here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Let's do circles with the leg. So one hand on the chair. So I think I told some folks I'm taking a class for SilverSneakers, and there's a circular motion called rotation, and there's one called circumduction. And I can't tell the difference between the two, but on Monday I will be able to go the other way. Other side. I think this is circumduction, but I'm not positive. But what a cool word, huh? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. If you're not taking the Tuesday yoga, check that out. Go the other direction. That will really, really help with mobility and strength. It helps with everything. 4, that class is at 10 o'clock. 3, 2, 1. Let's do one where we combine a couple movements. The hip raises the leg, and then the hip rotates the leg. So it comes up, then it goes out, then back and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, and keep your toe up. I promise I wouldn't say that word again, but you're not dropping it's not like your toe stays down, right? The toe stays up when you do this. 3, 2, 1, and then we'll do our balance once we do the other leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And the 2 balance things we'll do single leg, and then we'll do, let's do the other one first, 1 foot in front of the other. And have the chair available. If you can let go of the chair. More challenging would be crossing the arms. Get nice and tall. Find a focal spot. It's okay to be shaken back and forth. That just means that all your proprioceptors are trying to figure out what you want the body to do, and they're trying to help do it. Good, good, good. Let's switch legs. Other leg in front. One hand on the chair if you need it. If you don't need it, cross the arms. Have the other arm on top, right? This is most natural for me. This is so awkward I can barely do it. So do both ways. Get tall. Focus on something that's not moving, so maybe not watch me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. So a different kind of balance would be single leg, and there's a variety. My favorite is this one, you know, the Karate Kid one, but we're going to do the tree, and we're going to do our hip hinge out, then tap the toe on the ground. The heel comes into your shin, and this is the final position for your feet, or lifting the leg off the ground, whichever one is manageable. Hand can be here. If you can let go of the chair, your hands come together. If you like doing the tree, they say grow your branches. It just means bringing your arms away from your center of mass. Center of mass is where your mass is. 3, 2, 1. Other side. That also is building strength in that standing leg. So to prepare, up, out, tap down, and then it's up to you if you want to come and be below the knee, right? Don't be right on the knee joint. Be below. If you're super flexible, which I'm not, you could be above the knee joint. And then hands wherever the hands want to go. And let's try, you can see this is my worser side. And then grow your branches if you want. Think some deep thoughts for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Let's quickly do a couple stretches and then we'll get moving. So here's a great stretch for the front muscle. Just bring the leg back and that can be your final position. If you can grab somewhere your heel or your sock or your ankle, whatever you can grab, and just stay there. Knees are close together. Pushing down the knee that's in the air. So push the knee down. You should find the stretch right up in here. For 3, 2, 1. Other side, and then we better get moving. Other side. Same thing. Right, this side's not as flexible. Maybe I can only grab my heel today. And if possible, try to be nice and straight. And 3, 2, and 1. Let's get moving. Let's move for at least 5 minutes today. Steady march. Yeah. If you have a long hallway or a big house, or you can feel free to march back and forth. You don't have to march in place. Let's try a little faster with our march for maybe 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to our regular march. If you want a harder workout, arms go higher, legs go higher. If you want an easier workout, take out the arms or do it sitting down. Sitting down is fine, right? And in a second, we're going to go narrow, narrow, wide, wide. So in 3, 2, and 1, narrow, narrow, wide, wide. Narrow, narrow, wide, wide. Making the brain work a little bit. Narrow, narrow, wide, wide. Narrow, narrow, wide, wide for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and how are we doing jump roping? So I'm not building any rest into the different activities. If you do need a break, just take a break. The folks that I can see look like they're going strong, strong, strong. So good job. Other direction backwards. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are going to do some diagonal pushing and pulling. Push. Notice what we're doing with the back foot. We're going into triple extension, meaning we are extending hip, knee, and ankle. And for once, the ankle's not going into dorsiflexion, it's going the other way. Plantar flexion with the ankle, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do something that's more of a stretch. The ankle's doing the same thing. It's all triple extension. 6, reaching, reaching, reaching. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And let's clap in front, clap behind. 8, 7. You can walk back and forth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do 4 more. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Back to center. We're going to go sideways. 1 step sideways and 1 step back, and we're adding arms. Do whatever arm thing you like. Doing the arms sideways is probably the easiest because the legs are going sideways, so it's easy to coordinate. But we could go up and down a little harder. Am I right? Whoever's going up and down a little harder. 8, 7, 6, 5. There's a spring in your step. There's spring in the air. So we are rounding the bend, I think. 3, 2, 1, and rest.
Wow.
Let's
sit down.
Somebody say something?
Let's sit down.
Oh. Let's do one more exercise and then we'll have a seat. I want to go across the midline one more time and then we'll have a seat. But you can also, anybody that wants a break, go ahead and grab your seat. We're just going front and then we're going to go behind. Let's go 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Go behind. Same leg. 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6. You got the chair, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, 1, and rest. Let's have a seat. Grab some water. It's a little windy today, if you like wind. Go ahead, grab weights. And even though we're we don't talk about a lot, but you want good posture with the weights too. So you want this firm stomach, shoulders back. Let's do overhead presses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. If it's too hard to go overhead, you can go forward. Remember, that's always your option to go forward with the weights. 2, 1, and rest. Just let your arm hang down, stretching out those shoulders. And we'll go right into bicep curls for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pulling them up and pushing them down. How about 4 more? Pull and push. Pull, push, pull, push, pull, and push, and you can rest. Let's go laterally, both arms up, and pulling them down. Pushing them up, pulling them down. You can do one arm at a time. That'll be a little easier if it's tough on the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, 1. You can rest. Let's do tricep extensions. Again, elbows in tight, and you're just pushing and pulling. Again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Everyone loves a strong tricep. 1. Let's go overhead for those that want to just do another set like this. Otherwise, overhead triceps. Point the elbow straight forward. You can support the elbow if you want, not necessary. 7, 6, or you can continue to do your regular tricep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch. Have the other arm on top for 8, 7, 6. Your knees should not be like mine are. I think I have mine like that to keep the weight in, but they should be pointing straight ahead. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Flies are in front of us. Flies in front. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I'm going to have to buy a heavier set of weights. 3. Teaching you folks 3 times a week has made me stronger. Hopefully you're getting stronger as well. Last one. Rest. Let the weights just hang. Other side, let the weights just hang. And we're going to do another overhead, but instead of going this way, we're doing it in tight. Our straight overhead. 7, 6, push, and then pull it down. Mentally sort of pull it down instead of just relaxing and letting gravity bring it down. You're in charge of controlling the weight for 3, 2, 1. Rest. Let's take a full rest of our upper body. Put the weights on your leg. Lift that leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. We did biceps. We did triceps. Now flip your hands so the knuckles are facing upward and bend the elbows. Reverse bicep. It's not working the bicep at all. Well, it's working it a little bit. The muscle right here is what we're working. Right in here. 3, 2, 1. And the same idea with that muscle when we pour our oil and vinegar. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We can add some movement in with our hip hinges. First, let's do TV tray, so no hip hinge. Weights are like this. We're just pushing them straight out and back for 8, 7. The TV tray, 6, 5, 4. Controlling the weight, 3, 2, 1. Rest. And now we'll do hip hinging. We'll do 2 different rows. First one in tight. 8, 7. If you need a break, take a break. 6, 5. You don't need to do the hip hinge if it's too challenging. 3, 2. If you're doing these standing, I would suggest not doing the hip hinge when you're standing. Now let's rotate the weights out here. Let's take a break, a 5-second break. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Flip the weights up. Our hip hinge again, a different kind of row for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we can rest. Our Palloff presses and our circles, and then we're done with weights. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction. Should be feeling the burn. 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's got it left? 2 more. Ah, rest. Whew. Let's do a leg one real quick. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And our last one, I promise, and then we'll do the ball. 8, Pallof press. 7, push, pull. Back is straight, stomach is in. 5, 4, 3, 2. What a great job today. What a great job. Rest. Grab, you know what, some water. Nice and tall. Arms are straight. So stretches here and here. You can crush the ball a little bit with your arm strength, but add the legs as well and just really have fun with this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and rest. Go ahead with the ball, curl to overhead press as tall as you can get. 8, pulling it down, pushing it up and pulling it down. 7, 6, great job. 5. Again, I shouldn't say this so often, but if you have shoulder issues, push the ball forward. Push and pull. 3 more. Push and pull. 2 more. Last one. And let's just try going forward. This is kind of fun, actually. 5. If you're playing basketball, this is kind of how you would pass the ball, only you'd let go of it. So think that you're passing the ball to somebody. 2 and 1 and rest. Nice and tall. Let's go under the leg. If you're standing, some of these are challenging. This one would be one of the challenging ones. So no need to do this one if you're standing, unless you have, your good balance. 5 and 4, 3, 2. Let's go the other direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and rest. Nice and tall. Let's crush the ball. We got to work our chest muscles. Somehow push, 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 and push, and rest. Crushing the ball in our shoulder. That's another chest exercise. You can feel it if you put your hand over your chest. Crush the ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Let's scoot forward behind the back, opening up the chest. 6, 5, 4, 3. So I just tried something I've never done, and I'm all the way to the back of the chair, which makes it harder, and I'm able to pass the ball around. So at first I could barely do it. Now, if you have a chair like this, try it, sit all the way back, and then pass it around the back of the chair as well. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and scoot forward in your chair. We're going to toss and clap. Either 1 or 2 claps, or no claps. Just toss the ball and grab it. That's also fun. You can play around with reaching up to get the ball versus letting it come down. Just play around, have fun with the ball. And then we'll do a couple more. 1 more. And rest. Take the ball and bowl it forward. Don't let go of it though. Just a nice, easy swing We're still pushing and pulling. And then you're going to turn your shoulder so that now the knuckles are the other way. This is not how you would bowl a real ball. 5, 4, and we better get bowling here. 3, 2, 1. Other arm. Then we 2 leg things, and then we'll move on. 8, 7. Pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling. Go ahead and flip the wrist. And now we're not bowling anymore, but we're still moving the shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Put the ball under the leg, and we're going to stretch out the leg. You can be all the way back in your chair for this. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And other, we've done both legs. Let's do the back. I knew there's something left. Lower back first. So have some fun over the weekend. Think of something you'd like to do and do it. Move the ball up to your upper back. And you can put your hands up in the streamline position if you want. Doesn't it feel good? That is the stretch we do in the morning. We might as well do it now. Oh. And go ahead and put the ball down. Grab some water. If we ever skip an exercise or two, feel free to do it after class, right? You've got the equipment. Sometimes I miss 1 or 2 that I wanted to do. We are crossing the handles. We are doing our rows, 8, 7, or if a stretch feels really good, like the ball stretch, I would do that ball stretch for 5 more minutes if I could. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now keep some pressure on the handles to make the legs work harder. And now they go out to the side and back, tapping on the heel. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, 1. Back to rowing, but let's row with one arm. Or you can do the double arm row that we just did if you want. Otherwise, it looks like this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Resist the band. I can't say that too many times. Resist the band coming back. You're only half done when you pull it up. You're only half done. 2, 1. Switch the band to the other side. 8, 7. It won't be long before we got to start our lawnmowers again. So hopefully this will help. 5. For those of you that still have to mow your lawns. 2, 1. Rest. Let's do a couple behind the back. So put on your overcoat. And then you're going to towel off. And then we are going to go right from that to our push-ups. Again, another chest exercise. 8, 7. Hold far enough on the handles so it's hard. Right now it's too easy for me. I should be moving my hands up here. 6, 5, 4. resist the band, resist the band. You're only half done when you push it out. 2, 1. Let's go diagonally. We did this already, but let's do it with the band. So it's push, resist, push and resist, push and resist for 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and rest. Nice and tall. We can go straight out with the arms. So we're not diagonal, we're just going straight out like our rows kind of. 8. This is sort of a backwards row. 6, because we're not working to pull in, we're resisting. So we're pushing out and then we're resisting. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's get the band in front of us. Let's do a couple deep stretches. So you're gonna make the band long and wide, wide with the hands, pulling the band longer, and then going as far back as you can. Maybe you can only get to here, that's fine. Or go behind your back if you're able. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and you can rest. Go ahead and hold the band so it's only shoulder width apart, and then let's lift up. And notice now we can no longer go behind our heads, right? At least I can. 5, 4. So it's the position of your shoulders that and the where you start the exercise from that makes all the difference. If I go real wide, then I go behind my shoulders. Let's do 2 more. Pulling and resisting for 7, 6, 5, and resist. 4, resist. 3, resist. 2, and 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and hook the leg for our last stretch of the day. Holding on with either one hand or both hands, whichever you like. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So hopefully folks can see in the chat the link to the old recorded classes if you have to miss a day. 8, or if you want to just do a class on the weekend, you could go to one of the older classes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's put the band down. This is our relaxing time. Nice and tall. Eyes closed if you feel comfortable doing that. And we're just inhaling the arms up 3 times, but very slowly. Inhale through the nose if you can. Exhale through the nose if you can. Thinking about 3 things we're grateful for. 1 for each day of the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Exhale. This is always one of the things I say I'm grateful for is teaching this class. It's been wonderful for me, so thanks for coming, everyone. Let's